Hey, what's going on guys? It is Panda here from the NeoArmy channel and welcome back to another Go Into the Future video. So we're back on this world. So if you're wondering what they added in this update, I believe they kind of removed all the humans, which is a little sad because we're back to being a bit lonely again on this world. But that doesn't matter. Although we also have another sad news, and this is going to be the last video I'm going to be doing of the pre-classic era, and that means I'm not going to be able to come back to this world anymore, because as soon as we move to the classic era, this world doesn't get to come with us, so it's going to be very sad. I'm going to miss it very much, considering that's where we spend the last 3 videos. So to do the finishing touches of this little village, I plan to do a little statue. I'm not quite sure what it is yet, but before that, I'll give a quick tour of the world. So this is my house. It's a little bit of a tower, and it goes up to the height limit if you look at the chimney. So we don't have that big height limits, but it doesn't matter. So the rooms are pretty empty. I'm not quite sure if I actually added anything into them. Let's go to this one. So just go up here. I'm not quite sure. I think I should change the stairs. Just because it doesn't look right, how it's just randomly wood. So I might just go quickly change it. There we go. Again, like, actually proper making houses a thing, and just making it look good is a little hard on this edition, as you can quite imagine. This is the top room, so you can kind of see the roof a little, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's just making houses are a little bit hard, or just at least making them look good. So I think I tried to make a good job. If any of you can make a better house on the pre-classic era, please show me, because I'm really curious to know. So there's this house here, which I tried to make to trap a human in, but that human despawned when I restart the map, so that's a little bit disappointing. But yeah, it's just a basic house. I tried to do something again here with all the blocks in the well, I think it's all the updated blocks. Actually, no, I think it has all the blocks, because it has stone, cobble. Yeah, it has all the blocks in the game so far. So wood, wood roof, wood floor, stone, cobblestone here, and then you got the garden, which is the same from that side, which has all the saplings. And this house is also kind of the same to this house, except the flooring and this is a bit different. So I might try and make this house look a little bit like the other, just quickly. You know, just because we're not going to have this opportunity to redecorate the houses again, considering this is the last update that we're going to be able to spend on this world. So yeah, just do all this quickly. Just finishing the flooring. So I'm thinking like something like I'm not quite sure what I'm going to add for the statue. Like, I would do a panda, except that there isn't many options we have. So I might try to do the best as we could to do for a human, or like just anyone really. So we just see what we get. So I'm just gonna do this. We might just have to add it, like, make it more like a 2D building maybe, or maybe we can add maybe we can try to make Steve. No, that wouldn't be enough blocks. Alright, let's try this. Again, I'm not quite sure what I'm building. Just seeing what I end up with, really. So that could be like the shoes, maybe. Let's try to add... No, the thing about adding stone, it's like a stone everywhere, so it won't look good. Maybe dirt. Dirt's like one of the horrible blocks ever, but it makes... It's way better than using stone, considering that's like everywhere. So just 4 blocks high, maybe. We can always change it. We won't bother filling in everywhere, just because there's no point really. No one's going to look inside. Or I hope not. I would put this map up for a download, but I doubt anyone would care. And it would only work on the pre-classic era of the game, so I doubt any of you do care. If I get requests, the windows are shaped a little bit different. I actually think I prefer that one. I might just move the windows a little bit. All the holes, considering they're not really windows. What was I saying? Oh yeah, with the map download. So if I do get requests, I will. But I doubt any of you really care. And the only problem is that you will need to open up on the pre-classic. And I believe you can only have one weld, maybe. Or if you can have as many welds as you want, you can probably like switch them out through the files and stuff. So it'll be a little bit complicated, but I will do it if you want. I'm thinking like in the future, updates, I can have like little memorials of previous worlds. So for an example, this one. Bit sad that we also never really named the map either. Because we should have gave it a name. Like, I'm still considering giving it a name. The only problem is I don't want to give it a name on the spot just because it's going to sound weird. So there's that. Can we add in, like... Oh, we can. It's going to be a little hard. We'll try that. No, we'll leave it like that. And then 2 over here. Let's try not to fall off, otherwise we're going to have to try to pile our way back up. And then we can add in the head. So, for the head... Maybe wood. What blocks haven't we used? We haven't used saplings. I doubt that's going to work. Especially how saplings just despawn. Like, after a while. And we fell in. We can make this into a little house. It kind of looks like a zombie a little bit. With, like, the arms. Like, it looks, from this angle, it just looks like a zombie a little bit. Let's try and make it not look like that. Alright, we'll have to add stairs here. Or just, like, pile our way up. Still weird because, like, it's a little bit of an, like, a going through block glitch. And a little bit of an x-ray glitch there, so that looks a bit weird. Let's try not to fall in again. I might cover it up. Just so we don't fall in. But yeah, we could do the memorial idea in a future update. The only problem is, when I'm updating to Classic, there's not, like, a lot of Classic options. Like, it just kind of goes from Classic to in-dev to a lot of Alpha options. So I might actually have to go look for some download links. So there's that as well. Because if you don't know, you can actually, like, if there's not a download on the game, like, on the launcher, because if you didn't know, the current launcher can, like, run any updates. So if you didn't know, you can actually... move, like, if there's like an update that's actually not on there, you can like find like a download to it and like move it onto your launcher. That's kind of cool. Alright, so this just looks really weird. Kind of looks like a robot, to be honest. Ooh, that was my phone, sorry about that. We can give it hair. Maybe like dirt hair, because there's not really much options for hair. Alright, I wonder how this looks. We'll go back down now and just see how it looks. Alright, we'll land on here so we can break it. Because we don't want, like, some random dirt thing here. Alright, that looks rubbish, but there's, like, nothing we can do better. We can do, like, a Mario pixel art. I wouldn't know how to build it, and I don't want to look it up. Because I could look it up and just pause ahead in the video. Actually, I might do that. And just before I go, I might do like a Mario pixel art. So I'll do that. Alright, just do this. And then we can do like a wooden thing here. I say wooden thing. I mean like make a hand. Ooh. There we go, and we just do it the same on the other side, and we should be done. I'll cut ahead in the video to when we've done the Mario pixel art. Mostly because I have to look it up, and I don't want to record myself looking it up, just because it would just sound very boring. So just do that. And then I can't remember, I think it was like another cobblestone here. And then it changes into wood. I wasn't really paying attention. Oh, X-ray glitch. And there we go. break this. There we go. See how it looks? Ah, it looks good. I mean, can it look better? Probably not, so... Just add, like, toes. No, we just... No, actually... Should we leave it? No, because then we can do, like, this. And it will look like a proper, like, podium. I think that's the word for it. So if we do this, doesn't it look like a proper podium for it? Maybe change it to stone. And then it might be a little bit better. Alright, so I'm just going to do this, and then I'll add in a Mario pixel art, and I'll come back in a bit. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a second after I've done this. There we go, see you guys in a second. Alright, so I'm back, and as you can see, I've added quite a few bits to our city. So the first thing I did is make a sign, and as you can see it just says hi. I'm not really that imaginative, I couldn't think of anything better for it to say, especially how limited it is. And I also fenced it off a little bit, just to make it more of a village feel. Like, I'm not really quite sure why, but I just felt like it was a little bit more of a village feel. So I'll start off with the Mario pixel art. I was a little bit terrible at copying it, so it kind of looks like it, but it kind of doesn't, so... yeah, that's the Mario pixel art. Something else I did is behind our little Steve guy, not really a Steve, it's more of a Bob, but if we go back behind, I've added a little bit of a mine, so I won't go down there just because it takes ages for it to go down there, but it does go to the limit, so yeah, and like once you get past the limit you actually fall out, so that's quite interesting. I also checked to see if the height limit was still the same. It is, so yeah, so I can't extend the house, sadly. I also added this, it's like a little bit of a death hole, so yeah, you could just jump down there. The problem is, like, I'll jump down here quickly, you don't actually die. Like, you have to press R to respawn, so there's that as well. Something else I found out is that they actually didn't remove the human, or Steve, or whatever you decide to call him. Yeah, it's like, they didn't remove him. They might have, like, obviously reduced how he spawns, but I did see one wandering around, so I'm not quite sure, like, how they spawn now. If you do press G, though, they actually, you can, like, spawn them in, so that's kind of cool. And just spawn a few in to make the village more lively. Although, to be honest, it looks more like a mental asylum, so yeah. So there's not really much I added. A little bit sad, considering we're going to be ending, like, this little village here. Considering the next update, we can't actually take it with us, and I fell down the hole. So yeah. So I'm going to end it now, so thank you very much for watching, I really appreciate it. Hopefully we can make the next village, or whatever we decide to build, make it look as good as we did here. Obviously, like, with the limit of blocks we had, we couldn't, like, we had to be creative a few times, but yeah. We're just going to move on to the next world, or the next update in the next video, so thank you very much if you did watch the series, I really appreciate it. And yeah, just see you all in my next one. Bye guys.